Hello and welcome back to the Craftmansion. I'm David and for today's video we're back in my bedroom. I say back because if you've been with this channel for the past 2 years then you know that my previous workshop was in my bedroom, was a very tight space and it was very messy. But when I was here I transformed these ordinary drawers into Hogwarts luggage. Now I want to do something very similar. Oh, and by the way, if you want to check out this video, you can just follow this card over here. Anyways, the next one I want to do is transform this ordinary piece of wardrobe into the TARDIS. So there's this pattern on my wardrobe, which I need to get rid of because there's no pattern like this on the original TARDIS. With the drawers, it wasn't that big of a deal because the luggage is quite unique, but this will be pulled straight from the TV show, so I just need to remove this pattern. I'm just going to wing it as I go along, but as long as I have my 11th Doctor's reading glasses on, I think we can start. I started by removing the doorknobs since I did not need them for the final design. I just realized I closed the wardrobe and I don't have the knobs now. Okay. So, the pity is that I have to remove this casing and throw it away. Unfortunately, there was some glue residue, so I had to remove it slowly. Then I unscrewed the doors from the hinges and took both of them off from the wardrobe. I had to work on filling in this pattern. For the majority of the volume, I used crushed aluminium foil and hot glued it very lightly to the bottom. Hot glue held the foil in place and also filled in some more of the pattern. At first I tried using wood filler to fill in the rest, but I realized I would be wasting too much from it, so I opted to use plaster instead. I had to add plaster twice more to have a smooth surface, and while this is more fragile than wood filler, it was easier to work with. I took the doors outside and primed them with white. To coat these two doors it took 2 full bottles of white primer and about half of my body's water content. So if you're going to attempt this project, make sure to buy enough paint and keep hydrated because it's gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna go take a shower. I came back fresh and screwed the doors back in place. The surface was prepped, so on to the masking and painting. So I went ahead and bought some different shades of blue so I can mix and match to hopefully get the right color for the TARDIS. And I've masked off the windows and the notice panel over here. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is the current state of my bedroom. I mean, there's a lot of equipment. There's tripod 1, tripod 2, step stool, paints over there as well. And this is my makeshift stand for my microphone. Maybe I can just focus on that. See, it's just a ruler taped to a chair with my microphone on it. That way it can be hidden while it's still being useful. Oh! Along the blue paint I added white and black to desaturate the color and some water for a smoother finish on the doors. Prepare a lot of this paint because trust me, you're going to need it. all the paint is finished, and up next will be the accessories of the TARDIS. So there's the notice that goes over here, and then the other stuff, which may need to be modified because, well, this won't be a working lock, but it still needs to be part of the TARDIS. I thinned out some white glue by mixing water into it. Then I glued on the two halves of the notice, which I had cut to the exact size. Any extra glue was removed with a plastic card. I only needed the middle part of the hinges, so we'll enjoy this shaky footage of me cutting them. Using super glue, I glued them on the fake small door. The notice should be held by rivets. I used nasal spray caps and painted the tips with black. I cut them off and then super glued them at the four corners. Using a very fine sandpaper, I cleaned the lock as much as I could. Slowly, I drilled a hole for it to fit in. What I did not expect was for the wood to start smoking because of the friction. It looks like a smoking gun. I widened the hole slightly, pushed the lock in place, and then super glued it from the back. The notice looked too clean, so I used pastels to put smudges of dark colors on it. The handle on the right should be larger than the left one. And with this last step, the TARDIS was finished. It's called the TARDIS. It can travel anywhere in time and space. And it's mine. Well, mine actually carries clothes because it is a wardrobe still. If you have an eye for detail, then you might notice that there is no St. John ambulance sign over here. And that is because this TARDIS is based on the ones from the eras of 9 and 10. So from season 1 till 4 of the new series. If you also see the handles, they should be a bit more silver. I did them like this because when I found the first handle, which is the larger one, it was all in black, but it was very rusted. And when I sanded the rust, it revealed the silver inside. I liked the finished product, so when I found a new handle, which was silver, I sanded the surface, spray painted it in matte black, and then sort of roughly removed some of the black to make it look like the other one. Some of the pattern I hid can still be seen, but I think that it's quite hidden because the effects came out so good. If you like the effects, this whole project, and this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you think I should do next. If you haven't done so already, please push the notification bell down below, and here is the subscribe button so you can subscribe. These are some more videos from my channel, and until next time, this is the Time and Relative Dimension in Space, or TARDIS for short. I'm David, and this is the Craft Mansion.